The Eagles are entering a very important 3-game road trip, and on October 20th, we play the stinky Cowboys, and you know I hate the Dallas Cowboys. I hate that stinking team. I have nothing but contempt, and I want them to be destroyed. I do. But you know what? They're not the only team that I cannot stand during this 3-game road trip. No. There's a team in Minnesota we're playing this week, the Vikings. I cannot stand that team. I remember what happened after the 2017 NFC Championship game. I remember how their fans acted. I remember. And all I got to say to the Minnesota Vikings is this. Say our name. Say our name. We are the Skol Crushers.
18th pick in the NFL draft.
Hey, make us lunch. We're hungry.
Dallas still stinks. Yo, everybody, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. You know, this weekend, this Sunday, there is nothing I need to help me get pumped up, jacked up for this game versus the Vikings. Nothing. Because I hate that team. I hate the Minnesota Vikings. You know, we all know what happened in 2017. We all know. Last year they came in, they got their revenge. And you know what? The fans are still talking. I still see them talking about what happened in the NFC Championship game. They go to Philly, they're marching the streets, disrespecting the Rocky statue. Then the fans get on them and they can't take it. They can't take it. And the worst part of it was that after we won that game, I had people coming to my stream saying, you know what? You all are bums, you all are assholes, you all these kind of things. And I'm sitting there just streaming minding my own business. I had nothing to do with anything. But it didn't matter. Whatever some crazy drunk person in Philly did, it was my fault. It was my fault. And I did not forget that. Now, I'm not going to say every Minnesota Viking fan did that, because there's a lot of good ones that come to my channel. But there were a lot of them. And they took it out. And they have not let it go. They have not let it go. And now they are looking to return the favor when we go to Minnesota on Sunday. And I'm ready. I'm ready for this game, and I think the Eagles can go in there, and I think they can beat the Minnesota Vikings. I really do. But we'll get into that in my prediction video. You know, I know some of you guys are still waiting, and I've had some people actually text me when I'm going to put out my Mark Holmes video. Still working on that. I'm a little behind, so I apologize. Hopefully, either later tonight or tomorrow it will be out. But yesterday, I kind of was distracted. Yesterday was my 13th wedding anniversary. So, happy anniversary once again to my beautiful wife, Brooke. I love you very much. I had a great day with you, and we just kind of spent the day together, and that's kind of why you didn't see me. But, yeah, I am a little behind with that video, and I will try to get it out because Mark Holmes, I got to tell you, let my people troll. Let my people troll. That's all I have to say for now. But I know there's a lot of people asking me about when I'm putting it out. I guess they're waiting. It'll be out soon. But I'm sorry I'm behind. But yeah, yesterday was my wedding anniversary. And you know, all I can say is I can't believe my wife put up with me for 13 years. Can you believe it? 13 years? Put up with this dingbat? She's a saint. She's a saint. But happy anniversary, my love. Thank you very much for sticking around with me, and hopefully I don't continue to drive you crazy. Well, I probably will, but it is what it is. So as I'm sure you guys have all heard, the next 3 games are really tough for the Eagles. They're all on the road, and a lot of people are talking about it, but I'm going to take it a step further. Okay, I'm going to take it a step further and say the next 6 games are really, really, really tough. And they're really important to the Eagles. And how we come out of these next 6 games will determine whether or not we get a bye week or not. It's that important. This is a tough stretch for us. I mean, you guys know, we're at Minnesota this week. Then week 2, we go where the presidents go to die. That satanic hellhole, Dallas. And we play them. Then we got to go play Buffalo in Buffalo, which is not an easy task. They have a very good defense. They're a good team. Then we come home and we get the Bears. Now, I don't know if Josh is going to be without his Trubisky. He's going to have to drink some more whiskey because I don't know if he's playing. But if they have a good defense, it's a revenge factor game for them. And that's a tough game. Then we have, I believe, the New England Patriots and then the Seattle Seahawks. All tough games. Now, once we get by that, it gets a lot easier for us. It's going to get a lot easier for us, okay? So we got our work cut out for us. And look at the Cowboys, right? Look at all the games that they've played. Their schedule's real easy at the beginning, and it gets tougher at the end of the season. So Dallas plays at New York. They play the Jets. Now, I think Sam Darnold might play, which may make this game not just a slam dunk victory for the Dallas Cowboys. We'll have to wait and see. But, I mean, just think about it. Dallas has beat every team that Dallas has played and won. That team came in without one win. Okay, they played the Giants week 1, no wins, of course. Right? Then they had who did they play second? They played the Redskins. That was easy. I mean, Redskins stink. Miami, then they play Miami, right? So they go up 3-0. They act like they're going to win the Super Bowl because they beat the worst teams. And then they come at us and say, "You guys beat the Jets. You guys beat the Jets and you're bragging." Nobody's bragging. If you've listened to the radio, if you listen to Eagle fans, none of us are happy with the way we played, but we won. Okay, but we're not acting like we're winning the Super Bowl. You guys did. And then when you played the Saints with Bridgewater, and you still lost. Then you lose to the Packers. Now all of a sudden, Dallas, who's only won when they played easy teams so far, they get another easy game. They get the Jets. I mean, come on. They've pretty much played all the worst teams in the National Football League and all early in their schedule. Then they play us, which is tough. Then they play the Giants again. Giants aren't that good. But after that, Dallas is going to start getting a little hard for them. And it's going to be very interesting. So if the Eagles can come out of these 6 games playing good, winning, having a winning record, then I really like our position to win the division and get a bye week. And it's going to be fun, man. These next 6 games are really important. Now, the first road game we got, like I said, it's Minnesota. And the way I feel about the Minnesota Vikings, and I'll do my prediction video on Friday, but, you know, the way I feel about the Vikings is very similar to the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, this is a team that's very talented, that doesn't play up to its talent level. But they have the Eagles coming in, a team that they have problem with since 2017. They think that us going back there is kind of like payback for them. And I bet you these players and this team comes out extra jacked to play us. It's going to be just like Atlanta. So we're going to have to be on our A game. And one of the things that I was very excited about this past Sunday was the way the defense played. As my man, shout out to LT Metters in the live stream, he said, you know what? You don't brag about beating the Jets. It's not a game you brag about. And he's right. You don't brag about it. And nobody is bragging about it. But one thing we can take from it is we could build on it. We can take some confidence out of it. The defensive line can say, right, you know what? We got our sacks, we're back on track, and they can kind of just relax and go out and play. Maybe the secondary feels a little more confident too. They feel a little more comfortable. Maybe Scandrick gives them a boost. I can't believe I'm saying that, but look at the way he played. Maybe he's our Patrick Robinson this year. Who knows? But the way the defense played, I feel very good about, because, look, if you get pressure on Kirk Cousins, they're going down. They got a great running back in Dalvin Cook, but I really like our matchup against Cook and their running game, because our defense is good against the run. So there's a lot of good things to take out of it. Look, we still need a corner. We still need a cornerback. No question. No question. I think if anything happens, it's going to be closer to the trade deadline. You know who I want. I'm not changing from that. And we'll see what happens. I expect the Eagles to do something, you know. One of the things that does concern me going into this game, and it shouldn't, but it does, is the offense. I didn't think the offense played good at all versus the Jets, okay? I've watched it several times now, and I think they all stunk. I think the whole offense stunk, including Carson Wentz. He wasn't good enough. I mean, Carson wasn't like, he didn't stink, but he just wasn't good. He still holds on to the ball long sometimes, and I think I know why he does that, but it hurts us. This offense needs Deshaun Jackson in it. It really does. It needs Deshaun Jackson. It needs that deep threat on the outside. It changes everything, you know. And going back and watching it, you can see like every play, all right, almost every play. Receivers are not getting open. They're not getting separation. Sometimes they don't. They go play after play after play without even bringing a guy deep. Okay, you know, going into this Viking game, before the bomb to Aguilar that was overthrown, do you realize the Eagles had not thrown a pass over 25 yards since the Redskin game? They stopped doing it. And I think the Jets' game plan was like, let's challenge them long. Let's challenge them long. Let's cheat everybody up. And let's tighten everything underneath. Let's tighten it up and make Carson have to throw perfect passes in the windows. And sometimes he didn't. And the other thing is, I'm going to be quite honest with you. I don't think he trusts Nelson Aguilar. I don't think he trusts him. Aguilar had one pass attempt his way. And PFF, I don't know if you guys saw it, they have ranking the receivers. He's like the worst ranked receiver in the league. And I just don't think Carson has confidence in a lot of these receivers. And you see him going back into the Alshon Ertz, sometimes Goddard. And we gotta get out of that. We gotta get out of that really quick. I don't care if you go long and don't get it, okay? What I care about is I care that the defense has to honor it. Because if they have to honor it, they can't cheat up as much. You saw the pass, like the bomb he threw to Aguilar, wide open. He was wide open. And I only believe that pass was a bad pass because Aguilar got hit running and it slowed him down. Because if he runs free, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. As long as Nelson catches it. All right, as long as he catches it, but it worries me, this offense, and we gotta pick it up. Now, Doug said he is going to give Jordan Howard the majority of the carries from now on. Thank God. And that is not a slight on Miles Sanders. I like Miles Sanders a lot. I think he's going to be good. I just thought that coming into the season, you would see Miles Sanders eventually later in the year take over. They put him in right away, and he's not ready. He's not ready to be the lead back. He can come and get snaps. Of course, he's very talented. You've seen him make some big plays. But I think letting him have the backup role to Jordan Howard and letting Howard get the majority of carries is the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. We gotta fix this wide receiver situation. We gotta fix this problem. Now, Doug is saying that basically Deshaun does not have sports hernia. That is a good sign. If he does not, he'll come back and at some point we'll be good to go. But I think the Eagles need to consider a wide receiver in a trade. I really do. I think they should do it as an insurance policy. Okay? What's the worst can happen? Let's say, and I'm thinking about Emmanuel Sanders, just so you guys are all clear. That's the guy I'm thinking about. I mean, I say bring him in. You get Deshaun Jackson back and he's healthy, stick Emmanuel Sanders in the slot. He's better than Nelson. He's better. It just flat out is. I don't think Nelson Aguilar is that good. I'm not going to lie to you. I just don't. I think he had a good year in 2017, but I think he drops too many balls, too many important balls. And if you could get Emmanuel Sanders and replace him in the slot, I think that would be fantastic. And if for some reason Deshaun Jackson's still hurt, you could put Emmanuel Sanders on the outside. You can't put Nelson on the outside. He just can't do it. He can do one thing, play the slot. And this year he hasn't been good. All right, 2017 he was great. It was fine. This year he's not good. He's just not. It's the truth. That's why Carson Wentz is holding the ball too long. He don't trust him. He don't trust him. I don't think he trusts Hollins. I don't think he trusts Arcega-Whiteside. I don't think he trusts those guys. And that's a problem. That's a problem. You got to either trust them or you got to put new guys on the field that he will trust. And that's what I see. So this offense, they've got to be good this week. Carson has to be good. He has to be good this week. And if we cannot get another corner, the only way we're going to beat teams is we're going to have to outscore them. We're going to have to outscore them. And to do that, you need Deshaun Jackson back, or you need to get Emmanuel Sanders or somebody else so that this team can go vertical, so that this team can stretch the field, so this team can keep defenses honest. And if you do that, this team could go a long way. This is why during the offseason, I said time and time again, Deshaun Jackson was single-handedly the most important signing for us because he changes the way defenses play us. And looking at the Jets game, man, they were all over our receivers. There were a lot of times nobody was open, nobody could get separation, and it just wasn't good. We got to fix it. We got to fix it. And Carson has to be better too. He wasn't great against the Jets. I didn't like the way he played. I liked the opening drive. I thought it was great, and then it was like maybe they checked out. Now maybe that's what it was. Maybe they just played down to their competition. It's possible. We'll find out against the Vikings. But what I saw there, him taking hits, having at times to hold the ball long, and just a lot of the routes, not even going downfield. They're not even running downfield at times. Everything is mid to short range. And you're just basically letting the Jets be there wherever your receivers go. That's why, like I said, that's why Aguilar was so wide open. The 2 times they did throw long, it was open. So they got to fix this. And well, that's the good thing, right? The good thing is we have Doug Peterson. I trust Doug Peterson. We'll fix it. We'll get this turned around. And we'll be okay. They're going to give Jordan Howard now the majority of the touches. That is going to be big for us. But we have to have a better performance from the offense than we did last week. And if we do that, we're going to go beat the Vikings. And then we take on the Dallas Cowboys. And hopefully, Dallas will be coming in playing us, having lost 3 straight. Oh my gosh, would that be the funniest thing if they lost to the Jets? I mean, their fans are already losing it. I watch some of the Cowboy content creators. They're in panic mode, man. They're in panic mode because they lost 2 straight. They got to beat a team that's good, and the next chance they get is us. So it's going to be one hell of a battle. But the Eagles, I think that they have to start thinking about acquiring another wide receiver. And if you can't get a corner or a defensive end, maybe that's the way you go. Maybe you bring in a wide receiver. Now, look, I'm not saying they're going to trade for a corner and a defensive end and a wide receiver. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is if you can't get a corner or if you can't get a defensive end, maybe the sneaky move is to get the receiver. So that way you shore up your offense so you can continue to put points on the board and outscore some of these teams like they did with the Green Bay Packers. On the other hand, who knows? Maybe the defense, having beat the Jets, will gain a lot of confidence and start playing up to where we think they should. What the hell was that noise? I don't know what that was. But anyways, it's going to be an interesting game this week. I cannot wait. I'll be streaming as always, and I'll have my prediction video later in the week. I'm going to go try to finish this Mark Holmes exposed video that I've been keep talking about and been delaying on. That's on me. That's on me. But hey, with that said, take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.